Ask Reddit, what's one of the dumbest things you've ever spent money on? I'd had a few drinks, TGIF, and wandered into a Williams-Sonoma store in a state of euphoria. There I saw a special edition KitchenAid stand mixer made in bronze that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. It was on sale for $999. Naturally, I bought it, but because I'm a single guy who doesn't bake, it's just taking up much needed counter space. I bought a make-it-yourself music box with a series of cards to punch out the notes and then insert so you can play whatever tune you want. Thought I could make my GF a special gift, then I realized that I can't read music, and when I tried to punch it by ear it sounded bloody awful. I bought a pager. The clip snapped. I took it to where I bought it. We only cover the pager, not the case. I walked outside right in front of the window and spiked the shit out AF it. Walked back inside and said my pager is broken. Did it work? After I returned it. Yay. I once went to a novelty thrift shop that had a ton of random shit. Ended up spending $10 on a framed picture of Count Dooku, Darth Sidious and Jango Fett from Star Wars since my GF thought it was funny. The frame recently broke and I found out after seeing the back of the picture it was from a calendar when Attack of the Clones came out. Someone just cut this picture out of an old calendar, put it in a frame, and my dumbass voluntarily spent $10 on it. A copy of Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS except for $30 in 2019. Bold move. A 155 pack of condoms. A week after I had a vasectomy. Complete brain dead moment. Oh, a fellow Costco customer. My brother bought that pack for his study abroad in Europe. He came back with 155 condoms. Oof. I'll pour some out for him sometime. Nah, man. Turns out he was just raw dogging it. I bought a timeshare. Winner. The only winner here is the timeshare seller. The blanket that makes you look like a giant burrito. It was super thin and of poor quality, not to mention not big enough to cover me. Now I'll never look like a burrito. As an owner of this burrito blanket, yes, it is small, but it is very soft and very comfortable. Connie 2012. Oh man, is it Connie 2012? I have an official Connie 2012 shirt in my closet. I bought it for $1 at a thrift store in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't the dumbest $1 I've ever spent. You either die the hero, or live long enough to be arrested for public masturbation. Got drunk and started ordering ninja gear off of Amazon and forgot about it until it showed up like a week later. Swords, nunchucks, a suit and mask. This thing Suzanne Sums was pitching on QVC at 3 AM 15 years ago to help avoid getting wrinkles on your face. I was up all crazy hours with a newborn at the time, so a bit delirious. It was some electrical impulse mini machine for approx $150. Suzanne looked fantastic and said she hadn't ever had plastic surgery and had just used this little machine on her face her whole life. I believed it, spent the money, and when it arrived 3 weeks later I never even took it out of the box to use it. The 500 cat toys in my house, my cat will never play with any of them, yet I get tricked into buying them when I go into the pet store. Why do you do this to me? Shampoo. I'm bald. Doesn't mean you don't need shampoo. Who doesn't want their homegrown hairy man sweater to be lush and shiny? My quarantine shopping recently led to me purchasing a manatee-shaped tea infuser. As the proud owner of my own manatee infuser, I am offended. It's one of the best things I've ever bought. A Himalayan salt lamp, useless, but aesthetically pleasing. A tiny alarm clock, smaller than my hand. It actually functions pretty well though, so it's a good travel alarm, as long as people don't get suspicious about the ticking noise coming from your bag. Also a great way to hide the sound of the bomb inside your bag. I spent about $10 on premium currency for a shitty mobile game one time about 8-9 years ago. I still feel ashamed now. I bought like 2 promotional cars in Rocket League like 2 years ago for $1.99 each, and I still feel like a dumbass, but come on. One was a DeLorean. I bought my oldest a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. You see, that's the problem. Once you learn to dance like one, you'll attract 50% more attention without buying anything. When I was like 14 I bought a pack of intentionally mismatched socks that were really expensive. Like, only one of each pattern. Could have bought twice as many normal socks and just mismatched them myself. Priority shipping during COVID quarantine. I just wanted to see if it would arrive, but I'm still waiting on that order I placed in early March. You know how on Tinder you can't see who swiped on you unless you also swipe right on them? Well, you can buy Tinder Gold and see everyone who swiped right on you without having to match with them. Well, I saw a girl on there I hadn't seen since school, and who I used to have a massive thing for back in the day. As I went to swipe, the app crashed, and no matter how many people I swiped through she wouldn't show back up again. I ended up thinking that she might have swiped right on me, and the app was telling me I had 70 odd matches waiting for me. So I bought Tinder Gold, 13 of my hard-earned British pounds, for a month. There was 70 odd matches there, men, women, couples, everything. But she wasn't there, obviously. Most expensive dumb thing, a Mercedes 500 SL. Literally bankrupt myself buying parts and gas for that fucking land yacht. Sold it for half what I paid and felt lucky to be rid of it. Dumbest dumb thing, a metallic gold laden painting of a Pontiac Firebird. It uses white trash and I had planned on putting it in a family gift exchange as a joke but didn't end up going and got stuck with it. It's currently hanging in a storage room, like all classy paintings do. My friends and I randomly decided to get into paintballing one year. My first visit to a paintball shop. I apparently felt like flexing my brand new I have a job and no bills because I live with my parents' income. So I dropped about $400 on a paintball gun that looked like an AK-47. The way a Nerf pistol looks like a Glock. We did a few practice fights with each other, then went to a paintball field that weekend. The bell rang. The fight started. I ran out, aimed at a guy, gun jammed, and I got shot in the head, just above the part my mask was covering. That gun never fired again and I ended up replacing it with a cheap Tipman 98 Custom, which as far as I understand is the vanilla sherbet of paintball guns. It worked, but we stopped paintballing forever after like 2 months. So I guess the second gun was also one of the dumbest things I spent money on. My ex. $10 sign plus delivery fee for a $6-8 meal.